Stop emasculating men if you want a strong relationship with them. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess X Goh, and I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on the latest insight into trauma recovery. And if you got any nuggets of gold from this video, please give it a like, comment below what you got from it, and share it with your loved ones who need to hear this right now. So here's the thing. If you are a woman listening to this, do you find yourself putting men down? Whether that's your partner, your son, your brother, your father. Do you have a high standard that you uphold for them to perform, to be as a man? And so in this patriarchal world that we live in, women have been deeply programmed to be a feminist and to act and behave like a man through this excessive masculine energy, to wear all hats and to run everything in the household, in our careers, and in our partnerships. And so the thing is that we as women need to learn to soften, to tap into our femininity, to find balance within ourselves through the pauses, and to make those pauses a priority. And through there, we will stop emasculating men. Now, here's the thing. Men have become far more effeminate than they were before. And that is no surprise because of the dynamics that's been falsely infiltrated into the matrix through TVs, movies, music, celebrities, politicians, all this sort of stuff that we have been indoctrinated with since we were born. And so men too have lost their connection with how to cultivate their healthy masculine and feminine. It's not one or the other, it's both. We all have the masculine and feminine energies within ourselves. It's all about finding balance. And when we find balance within ourselves, we can then find balance and meaning in our partnerships with men, and for men with women. And so I am simply just speaking from a women's perspective. How we need to treat men from my perspective is that in the past, I used to emasculate men. And when I mean men, I mean my brother, my father, and my ex-lovers, and my current partner. And from this patterning of being this dominating, controlling, hard-ass woman, is that this is not the way to move forward with men. Not at all. And so as I look back from these different timelines, I can see that by being in my hardness of my armoring, closing down my heart, doesn't allow men to feel safe around me. It doesn't support them to heal and blossom so they can rise in their healthy masculinity and their femininity. And this is what I've learned through my beautiful partnership with Rob. And he has shown me what he needs from me in order to make him feel safe, to have consistent encouragement and praise for him. And by feeding him this energetically, verbally, emotionally, physically, and sexually, it has allowed him to rise more and more into the man that he is becoming, because he didn't get this education in his upbringing. So many men did not get initiated into their masculinity. That initiation has been abolished because of the patriarchal system that we find ourselves in. And so as women, we have lost initiation in connecting with our menarche, our first bleed, and not finding shame in that, but to embrace it, that we are becoming a woman. And so we have deeply have severed our ties with our feminine and masculine essence of who we truly are to be. And that is the light that's in your heart and in my heart as well. And to have that come through without the armoring, without the ego or the coping mechanisms and the survival patterns in place. To truly just be ourselves and to give ourselves permission to be fully seen in this way. I remember when I was running my Transforming Trauma retreat that a woman has shared her frustration with her partner and her son, and how it has created a lot of dysfunctionality in her relationships with them. And it's about for her to soften her armoring around her heart, because that's where she's holding the trauma. And what she's doing is she's perpetrating that trauma onto her son by being tough and hard and not being this soft, nurturing mother, but instead to be a dictator. And this is how we have become as women. It's not just her, by the way, it's all of us, that we boss our partners or our sons or our fathers around to be a man, when it's actually not our place to do that. It's by holding a sacred space to meet them where they're at and really accept them where they're at and not make it wrong. Because by making it wrong is how we take their power away as a man. And so they don't feel the safety to rise as a leader, to be a protector and provider for you. And so with my beautiful relationship with Rob, he has shown me how I can support him to be this beautiful man that he is today. And he is continuously on that beautiful journey to be that leader that I so see for him. But most importantly, it's the leader that he needs to see for himself. And the things that I can share with you is hold space without judgment, but with compassion and softness from your heart. By holding space for a man, it helps them to be seen and heard without being emasculated. And this helps them to bring fragment versions of them back online to be fully seen. The second thing is to be consistent. Be consistent in creating safe spaces for men, so then they can consistently show up for themselves and be a provider and be a protector for women and for children. And the third thing is ask what they need to help them feel supported in rising in their healthy masculine and feminine. And perhaps when you ask them, it could be something as simple as just hear me and don't give me any advice. Maybe for them, it's to just give me a hug so I feel safe. My little boy feels safe. Whatever it may be, it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be so simple. And they don't need your advice. They just need to be supported. They just need their women to understand where they're coming from without being told what to do, the way they've experienced it with their mothers who were dominating, controlling, critical, perhaps avoidant and hostile. And so this is what I've learned from my beautiful partnership with my beautiful beloved. And for him to keep shining his light so he can help other men to do the same. And that is his path as well. So consistency wins the race, my love. And so if you struggle with this, perhaps you have the need to fix your man or your son or your father, whoever it is, and maybe it's not just man, it's everyone. What coping mechanisms are you running from through your survival patterns from unresolved childhood traumas and ancestral traumas that are keeping you stuck as the savior, as the martyr to self-sacrifice and do, and not allow yourself to just be? That is the turning point for transformation. Now, if you are ready to dive deeper with me on this, I am running my upcoming events and retreats that are specifically just for women called Magnetic Woman in South Australia. And this is perfect for the woman who struggles to connect and truly embrace and embody her divine feminine essence, not what's been painted in social media through influencers and celebrity and models, but to find that within ourselves through our womb wisdom, and to be in that softness and find sacredness in the slowness, so we can fully be present with ourselves and with our loved ones, especially our partners and our future generations to come. This is a sacred container for women to come back into wholeness within their heart, their womb, and their spirit. So you can learn more about that in the link below. And also I am running my Transforming Trauma retreats and future conscious relationship retreats for singles and couples. So you can find all the details there in the link below. And if you want to work on your survival patterns that's inherited from your upbringing and your ancestors, as well as the matrix, I am running my Embodied Prosperity online workshop to heal your relationship with money and to prosper from within, not from what we've been programmed in how to make money, but how we can really find joy and expansion with our heart and soul and co-create wealth in that way. It's not about becoming an overnight millionaire. It's about embracing your soul blueprint in what does your rich life look to you, because everyone's blueprint is different. So you can click on the link to learn more or to book your spot. You can also choose to work with me one-to-one through my high-level premium 3-month container called Find Yourself in Trust, which is done online, just you and me. If you prefer face-to-face, you can work with me for a half-day or a full-day tailored trauma recovery retreat, which you can find in the details in my video description. So, my love, what can you do to soften your heart, to soften that armoring around your heart that is protecting you from going deeper into your heart and soul, that is protecting you from going deeper into unconditional love, not love with conditions, when we're holding on to our armoring? What can you do to practice self-compassion and self-acceptance so this can be translated into your relationships with your loved ones? May you be the light that's in your heart.